catch up to My Hero Academia. It is amazing. But I'm just going to rip the band-aid off. For the longest time, I've dropped Hero Aka.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you
I
just can't get into
know.
it because they would never understand.
Hear me out before adding that dislike. This was around the time when the manga had just entered the joint training arc, and for the anime onlys, it was the start of season 4. There were many reasons for me dropping it, some of them being the fandom putting me off, constantly increasing my expectations for trivial things, and I completely agree, those were all my faults for letting them get to me. But the biggest one I felt was the show was going nowhere. Allow me to explain. I was always interested in Bakugo as a character more than Midoriya. When we got the big Deku vs Bakugo fight in season 3, I was more interested in seeing the development of Bakugo, and I thought, yes! Now is the time for him to shine. But instead, they move away from him in season 4. For the longest time, I felt obligated to care about Deku, as he's in the spotlight of the show. He is the protagonist. But for me, he did not feel like the character I was following. It was more like, from Deku's eyes, I was watching Bakugo, Todoroki, and Ida, even Uraraka, grow and develop. But after the Bakugo vs Midoriya fight, the progression was like, so Kachan, I have All Might's quirk. Understandable. Instead of 100%, I'll be 60% dick to you. And we did not see Kachan's dick in season 5. We did get small moments between them, but they were specifically between Deku and Bakugo. But they did not have the individual moments. Later on, he used to come in and check up on Midoriya once a while, which gave him the motivational boost. And as for Bakugo, nothing seemed much different between him and Deku, or even the other students of UA. After the fight, we go through multiple arcs where a certain character dies in the Chisaki arc, but even then, I did not feel like I was invested in that particular character. Rather, I was much more invested in the moments which happened in the following arcs. The Aries smile moment, which was wholesome as fuck and had a great build up, and the biggest was Endeavor vs Nomu. More than anything, I was really looking forward to what direction Endeavor goes because he is a flawed character. The mindset he had for many years, which crumbled down in an instant when All Might retired. I was really looking forward to the route which Endeavor takes as the next number one hero and at the same time trying to fix his family issues. These were the only specific moments I liked, but to reach them, it felt like I was doing a chore, watching two arcs to get to that specific 2 or 3 moments while not enjoying the journey at all. That to me was not a good sign to begin with. But then to follow up with the joint training arc, which was a real put off for me, as I already did not like the things we went through the previous arcs, making me feel like this was a tournament arc but with low stakes. And guess what? Shinso is there to make it personal. As a result, at the end of the first fight, I dropped the manga completely, thinking I'm not that into the star of the show and the characters I care about are not having enough screen time. But if I had called quit on My Hero Academia, what changed my mind? And why are you watching this video? And if you are, thank you very much. So, let's fast forward to when season 5 of anime was airing. But at the same time, this one panel was floating around the internet. When I saw it, I was like, oh, this new villain's design is pretty cool, until my jaw dropped after reading the description, saying, this is Deku. I was like, what? What the hell happened to Hiro Aka when I was gone? Coincidentally, around that same time, I was about to travel for 12 to 14 hours. So I decided, hey, I'm going to travel anyway. Let's catch up to My Hero Academia. Because I cannot get that panel out of my head and the internet won't shut up about it. So I downloaded the manga for my journey, and my god, I am really glad I did that. There is a drastic tone shift as soon as we finish the joint training arc. Many characters who are just on the sidelines are pushed into the spotlight. The heroes, who are the face of the society and stand for justice, have portrayed to have some ulterior motives, and the one who decides to destroy it all or to keep calm is none other than Shigaraki himself, who has all the reins in his hands and twists the story in such a way. I was like, dude, wait, this is going a bit too fast. Did I miss an arc or two? It felt like Horikoshi just switched from city route to the highway and applied the nitro to the story. It was moving so fucking fast. But I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here. As soon as we finish the joint training arc, we jump into the whole different world from UA to villain side of the world. And my god, I love it. I guess this is the time I reveal something about myself. I love villains or a great antagonist or even flawed characters because they have so much room to grow, or rather Their actions are unpredictable, which changes the whole landscape of the things. In the MVA arc, Horikoshi breaks down every single villain's journey till this point, their drive to keep doing this, and their motives to follow Shigaraki, and it is done beautifully. I really started to feel for these characters, from Shigaraki to Twice, who was supposed to be just another depressed guy with gags. By the end of the arc, you really start to feel for them, and you kind of understand where they are coming from. There is a famous quote: villains are just one bad Tuesday away from your average Joe. And when you look at League of Villains, you exactly feel that. Let's take Twice for example. So, spoiler for season 4. Twice has the quirk to multiply himself and others. So one day, he multiplies himself so much that everyone starts infighting and killing one another among the duplicates. Since then, he gets a personality disorder where he is unsure if the one currently walking and breathing is the real Twice, and to prevent from going crazy, he constantly wears his mask. But what happens when he meets the people who have went through similar shit in life, who hang out together with you? They accept you for your flaws, in return you accept theirs. They form a mismanaged screw loose family, with their leader having the most fucked backstory ever. So much that he buries his memories so deep that he forgets what he did in the pressure. The memories of who he was and what he is. Once that lid of memory is unsealed, the result of experiencing that trauma is what Shigaraki will become, and naturally, he will involve the entire world in that trauma. As it is a basic premise, heroes exist thanks to villains, or to word it appropriately, the villains act and heroes react. In this case, that hero is Deku, who has the most weight on his shoulders. Firstly, unable to master his own abilities, with the burden that there is a guy who is after that same ability, who is far stronger than you. What happens if he cannot shoulder that burden alone? Or much worse, if he is in a situation where he cannot share his burden with anyone? The product of all these situations mixed up together is Deku taking everything upon himself. I completely get it now, what School Festival arc and the Joint Training arc accomplished. It was for Bakugo to form a genuine connection with the class, like Izuku, and when you take the current events into the consideration, it feels like the roles are completely reversed. This one conversation panel between Bakugo and Izuku in recent chapter says it all. When Bakugo says, "Are we a just bunch of NPCs to you now?" That one dialogue says so many things. Bakugo, the one who called everyone extras and shoving them off, is saying to Deku, "Are we the extras now?" That one line switches the role of Bakugo and Izuku completely, and it is amazing. Horikoshi plays with previous dialogues or quotes he has written in previous events to the current arc of the story. One of my favorites, which came back in recent chapters, was one of the most iconic quote when All Might points the finger at Izuku and says, "It's your turn now." Was amazing at that time, but when that quote made the callback, I made the fucking PogChamp face. Completely twist such an epic moment for our protagonist, which was the foundation for him multiple arcs ago. For obvious reasons, I will not spoil it for you, and you should not get spoiled either, because I genuinely think My Hero Academia is really good, and the actions Deku is taking are seriously hard to read of what he will do next. Previously, we kind of knew, yeah, he'll no matter what stay in the limelight, as he will be the next number one hero, and most of the time I was not that interested in his actions, but the actions of his companions, because those were the main driving force for Deku. Now, he is still taking steps for them, but with an entirely different route. So, to sum it up by not giving any spoilers, yet giving some context, Deku is Batman now.
I'm Batman.
Now, to the big point. If you want to catch up, should you read the manga or just watch the anime? As you might have heard, they skipped, or rather, rearranged the MVA arc, and that is not good. Really not good. Because one of the recent episodes completely spoils what is going to happen with villains without giving any context how did this happen, and sadly, that is thanks to promote their new movie, which is really bad for narration and storytelling. Season 5 of My Hero Academia should have been the entry to tone change after the training arc, but it is not. They are showing things which clearly spoils the focal point of the story without giving any context, and that is not even foreshadowing or teasing. They are just clearly spoiling it. So, in my recommendation, if you are not completely against the manga, watch the full Joint Training arc in the anime, and if possible, please read on from chapter 218, and trust me, you will have a great ride. This video was mostly aimed for the people who watched the anime or read the manga and dropped it like me. I know I may be in the minority and not many people will relate to this, but Give it a chance once again. I know you had your problems with Hero Aka. I also had some dumb problems. Just put up with some of them and you will be in for a great fucking ride. Many shonen have changed the anime scene drastically.
And now it is your turn.
United!